I have not. I did a stream. I've done a couple streams for GameCube games. One for sure, I remember. I think we did a stream where I played Crazy Taxi and a few other things, and I don't know that it went. I'm not really good at this era of games, but I like it. I guess I'll talk about the GameCube for just a few minutes. Jeez. I did not get into consoles, as he sets the controller back down, because here comes the speech. I didn't get into consoles early on because you couldn't pirate the games. So, because I grew up with computers, right? We had a TRS-80, but then we had the Apple II for a few years, and then we had the Commodore 64. The Commodore 64 is like the epitome of the piracy from the 80s, right? Like, it amazes me when they say Commodore games sold thousands of copies or tens of thousands of copies, because I knew lots of people that had Commodore computers that had very, very few original games. Steel Rat had, I don't know, how many original games would you say you had? I would guess, if I had to guess, I'm not looking at the screen. I would say 20, 25. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cola? Mr. Cola going to be at Boat Fest weekend after next. So I eventually did get a Super Nintendo and got a console copier. As many of you know, I have a collection of console copiers. I probably have a dozen console copiers. All right, so Steel Rat says 15. I think I guessed 20, but there were a few like pirates that he had an original for. Like most of the stuff he had originals of were things that came with instructions that made the games possible to play. Bard's Tale, stuff like that. So anyway, so I didn't really get into consoles until I could afford a console copier. So when I got my Super Nintendo, right after that, I bought a console copier. I bought a brand new Super Nintendo for $99 and then spent $300 on a console copier. And I didn't really get into PlayStation until mod chips were starting to come out, So that was kind of, growing up with a computer that you could download an infinite number of games, just kind of colored that experience for me for a long time, So, I wasn't really interested in, I remember getting the Dreamcast. And the thing about these consoles, what sold me were the Star Wars games. So, I wasn't really interested in the Dreamcast until they released the Pod Racer. And when I saw that, I was like, oh man, that was so awesome. By the way, I got my console copier through the cracker group Fairlight, who had an ad, and they would hook you up, and you had to send a money order. I had to send a money order of $300 to an address in Hong Kong. So that's was my first console copier. And then I have, I bought new at the time, I think it was also $300 or $350, a console copier for the Nintendo 64. And there are 4 major console copiers for the Nintendo 64, and I have all of them. There's a couple that are CD based, and my favorite, which is the Z64, uses zip disks. That's by far my favorite. So anyway, I wasn't interested in the Dreamcast until Pod Racer came out. And then when Pod Racer came out, I was like, oh, God, I gotta have this, you know? What a great Star Wars game. And then right after I got my Dreamcast, everybody was like, oh, and by the way, you could just burn games. They would download, you know, they would put their loaders on it, or you had the boot disc that came out. So cat was out of the bag on that one. So then fast forward to the GameCube, and I was not interested in the GameCube because they were pushing like, oh, there's going to be this new Zelda game. I mean, I hate to spoil, but I was not a big fan of... I've never played... I don't want to say I've never played any Zelda game, but I guarantee all the Zelda games combined that I've played in my life, all that playtime is less than 2 minutes. It just wasn't my bag. You know, for those kind of RPGs, I had a computer, so I was just not interested in those type of games on a console. So anyway, on the GameCube, I don't even remember what was the big, like Mario Party. Was that the big launch title? What was the launch titles for the GameCube? I don't even know. But I can tell you it wasn't until I saw. What was it? Rebel Assault or Rebel Squadron or whatever? But the Star Wars games, when those, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart, and Mario Party, I remember. HD Birds. So it wasn't until the Star Wars games came out that I was interested in the GameCube. And then they didn't have a mod chip for a long time, but they had this they came out with this hack for the GameCube that allowed you, if you had to have the broadband adapter, which I bought, and then you had to load something on your PC, and you could stream games from your PC, and you had to have Phantasy Star 2, which I have over there. By the way, it's selling for like $150 or something right now on eBay. It's crazy prices. So long story short, I tried that and it wasn't very good, and so I just never got into it. So I had a GameCube. I had like 5 GameCube games, and you know, I had the Xbox, I had the PS2, and of course those were all modded, which is a whole different story. But because I had those, I just didn't get into the GameCube. So it really wasn't until I got the setup that I have now. And what I would really like to do someday is just go through and spend like 1 hour on every GameCube title I have, which is hundreds of titles. So what I'm running now is a modified Wii with the GameCube loader and the GameCube games stored on an external hard drive. And so probably most of the games that we're going to go through tonight, I don't think that I've played. I don't know that I've ever played this Mortal Kombat on a GameCube. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So we will take a look. Do I think console copiers are developed from leaked data or insiders? Boy, I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I mean, it's certainly possible, especially based on where they originated, you know. But essentially what they're doing is just reading the contents of the ROMs, you know. So now we have devices that do that. You know, I have that, let me see if I have this in the drawer. I think it's outside, actually. Nope, it's in here. It's in here. I bought this when this first came out. This was called a Retrode. This is I think I've shown this before, but the Retrode is a USB device, but on the top here, it does, boy, I'm trying to remember. I think Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo is what it does. And so if you plug these into your PC, it will immediately dump them to the ROM files on your PC. You know what I mean? So what else is down here? But there is concern that a junk drawer. This is what my junk drawers look like. This time, the threat of evil Super Nintendo EverDrive. So anyway, Jungle. It's right here. I'm 2 foot from my mister. So the thing that again, because the GameCube, they had the weird or the unique small CD size, so you couldn't easily burn those at the time. They didn't have mod chips available at the time, so I just didn't play the games. And plus, they were always seemed like they were always like a couple dollars more than other games systems. So, but anyway, yeah, I would like to at some point, and not necessarily the games. Oh, there we go. I feel like arcade is who I am. Face opponents. What's funny is the ratio on my TV looks slightly off, but the ratio on the monitor looks great. Let's see. We've got weight and height. Shang Tsung. Now, he is a guy, I guess. I'm just kidding. I know who Shang Tsung is. Borai. I really don't know who that is. Quan Chi? Sonya Blade. One of my, my wife is not a gamer, but she watched me play a lot of Mortal Kombat on the PC, which was a pretty decent, decent port. But of course the sound was compressed a little bit, and so it would always go, Sonya wins. So to this day, she would say that. Well, Johnny Cage bulked up. Good for him. Kung Lao. Yep. Kano. I don't think this is necessarily a popular opinion. I don't know. But I love the first Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, I saw it in the theater. I legitimately enjoy that movie. Not even on a, so bad it's good type of situation. I just like that movie. I liked it the first time when Bruce Lee was in it. So I will be the guy on the left button mashing. I know I could charge, I think, with a double tap. Let's see. What is this button do? Now, I know there's a button where I could get a weapon out. I like that this early guy is just letting me kick him over and over. He doesn't seem to be putting up much of a fight. You guys will have to let me know, is the volume levels okay? Looks okay. It looks okay. Man, Mortal Kombat 1 had a great soundtrack. Had Fear Factory. I believe that's the first place I ever heard Fear Factory. Had Napalm Death. It had... There's a band on the Mortal Kombat soundtrack called GZR, which was pronounced Geezer, and it's Geezer Butler's band. Geezer Butler being from Black Sabbath, and it was like his... boy, I wish I knew a fatality. I don't know any fatalities on this. I owned a Mortal Kombat 1 arcade cabinet, and I owned a Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 cabinet. So I owned both of those cabinets. The Mortal Kombat 1... Oh, set down the controller for a second. That's a bad idea when you're fighting in Mortal Kombat. I'm just going to keep doing that. Oh, no. Run away. Run away. Do I have a block button? Is it? Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh. Ow. Well, that was nice. Just kind of a friendly shove. Oh. I think I'm actually... Did I just find one of my... I'm trying to find all my little secret moves. Ow, Hank. That Geezer song... I think the Geezer song is... Is it called Obsolete? I can't remember if that's the Geezer song. I think so. That's a good song. You know what? Maybe I'll play that this Saturday on my Saturday night. No. I've got a theme set up for this Saturday night. So if you're following me on Twitch, you may have noticed some Saturday. Oh, no, I'm not going to be streaming Saturday night. Saturday night is Nasty Pirates night. Maybe I'll do a Friday night crazy stream. Oh, no, block that. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Oh, look at that. Oh, and I got a sword. How did I get a sword? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to win. Oh, he's going to win. Block. Ha ha. I stabbeth thee. Oh, no. I dieth thee. All right, get back up, chump.
Round 3.
Dust yourself off, bucko. I got a lot of fighting to do. Let's do this this is kind of more of a high-stepping march than a series of attacks. Okay. Let's, ha! Oh. Block. Block. Attack. Thrust. Parry. Dodge. Everything I know about fighting, I learned from Daffy Duck. Dodge. Duck. Boy. Go high. Oh, look at that. Double. That's a good guy. Oh. Is it this button? What does that button do? That's not good. Not good, fellas. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. And definitely for sure, the first Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat soundtrack for the first album was the first place that I ever saw the word Buckethead. That is definitely where I discovered Buckethead. I don't know who else is on that soundtrack, but that was a good soundtrack. Oh, look at that. There's got to be, you know, the only move that I do in the arcade is the spinning back leg sweep. Oh, he's got his sword. I'm trying to block it. All right, watch this. I've learned this. Woo. Oh. Oh, no. Well, that took a lot. No, put that sword away, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Sub-Zero wins. I don't know what the heat index was today because, honestly, I was indoors most of the day. I was driving some of today. I had to go where we've got big wigs from work come in, so we're having to go into work. I'm still wearing a polo. Tells you how excited I'm going to. Oh, look at that! Oh, Miyagi, for as much as you want. Oh, look at that! He tried to get. Oh no! This is not good. This is not good. This is the opposite of what is that combo? Good lord, that's like the flying sushi. Have I done an episode on the Barbarian? I'm sure I have. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm positive that I have. You can check that by going to podcast.robohair.com. I seem to have hit the level where you can no longer just beat these guys by repeatedly button mashing. So you can get through about 3 guys. And then level 4 seems to be... I'm trying to mix up my buttons. But he seems to be not... He's mixing up the pain. What if I do this? Huh. But I have so little life left, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna matter. Oh no! No. Well, he didn't finish me. Steel Rat and I played an awful lot of Barbarian. There was nothing funnier to a couple of teenage kids than spinning around with a sword and cutting each other's heads off. Barbarian was indeed the best. What am I on? Level 3? Is that what it said? Ooh, Katana.
Round 1. Fight.
I made years ago. My wife showed us. We did a family project, and we made a bunch of drinking coasters out of tiles. So you could take a ceramic tile, and I mean it's very simple. Basically, what you do is you make a template for the right size, which is what I did. And come on, hit that guy. There you go. And then when he gets up, let's give him a little 1, 2. There's the 1. There's the 2. Hey, Adam, what's going on? So, let's see if I can pause this. Yeah. So, basically, what you do is you take ceramic tile, and this one's going to be all wet because I literally just took a drink off it. Now I'm wiping it on my shirt. That's better. And then you make a template, and I printed these out. I don't remember if we used an inkjet printer. I think we did use an inkjet printer. I don't think I had my laser printer at the time. And so this one is a Space Invaders guy. And if you then what you do is what is it called? Mod Podge. You put Mod Podge on the top and paint it over the top, and then that's it. That's all you got to do. And if you want to get real fancy, like my wife, she put these little they're like Velcro, sticky Velcro or felt on the bottom, so you can put it on your table and it doesn't scratch anything. But literally, you could get these tiles. I think tiles are 10 cents or whatever. And my kids made a whole bunch of these in groups of 4. So they would make like 4 Space Invaders or 4. They made one that had Pac-Man, and it had Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, a regular ghost, and a blue ghost. So they were like sets of 4. And they were selling them for like $10 each. And I think the tiles were 10 cents, 12 cents or something like that. So they had nothing in them, And anyway, I'm not really interested in doing it as a money-making ordeal, but I always thought it would be cool to have a theme of a drink coasters, And so I made a set of drink coasters with the ER Kung Fu different fighters. And my wife said one time, she was looking at them and she said, these are really cool, but I just wish I knew their names. Like, hand me that one, but I don't know what their names are. And the funny thing, that could have been any game. Like, if that were Mortal Kombat, I would not expect her to know Shang Tsung's name or she would know Sonya. That's about it. But none of the other characters, Kano or anybody. But the funny thing about ER Kung Fu is that all the characters are literally named for the weapons. She was like, I don't know what that one's called, the lady with the fan. I was like, her name is Fan. What's that guy's name with the sword? His name is Sword. Drezu, I had a bunch of those silicone. Oh, that did a tricky. Let's try that again. Come over here. Oh, I jumped up and he jumped on me. Oh, thought I had something going on there. Come on. Finish me. He did. I had a bunch of those different molds and I just never used them. That was the problem with them, I had one that made, I like this fat guy. Let's play this fat guy. I had one that made little Death Stars. Okay, so that's round 1. Round 2? No, I beat more than one guy. I had Death Star ones. I had a real big giant one that, oh, look at this fatty. All right, buddy. I'm just going to push him out of the ring. Move it. Move. You're between me and the buffet. Move out the way. I'm coming over there for some sushi. Oh, no. You didn't pay all you could eat. Yes, I did. Move. That's all you can eat, sir. I like this guy. This is my new favorite guy. I had one that is a large, I mean, when I say large, like, you know how big those silicone ice cube trays are where they make like a dozen or 18 ice cubes? It was that size, and it just made one giant cube, and it was Han Solo in carbonite. That's all it made was one big giant Han Solo. I mean, it would be a foot long, you know, and I don't know, 6 inches wide, 8 inches wide, something. And I guess the idea was... it's one of those things that you buy it, and then later you go, I wonder what I'm going to use that for. Look at that. Is that 2? Yeah, I'm 2, baby. All right, so there's 1. Oh, it's just showing me. Okay, so it's always the... I thought, I'm not getting very far in this weird world. Oh, what do we got here? Test your might. Is this going to be a stop it on the... No, it's a button masher. Oh, no. Oh, we're not going to do good. I wasn't... Oh, no. Oh, I did okay. Oh, I just had to get it past that bar. That was all right. Oh, I don't want to beat this lady up. Can we just be friends, lady? Let's just hang out on this ice planet. Just, oh, no. Well, now you're going to act that way. That's it. I was going to take you to dinner. Now I'm going to smash you through this wall. Come on, fat boy. This guy has great cardio for being a gigantic fat guy. All right, get back up, lady.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, she's trying to run, but I ran faster. You thinking a race this guy would keep up with her? Bad news. All right, I've found some secrets here. Oh, I found that secret. I'm kicking the wrong way. Secret. Here's a secret. Ancient Chinese secret, huh? Move. She moves, I move. There we go. Dodge. Turn. Parry. Uh-oh. Come on, so close. Just one shot. Boom! Come on. No, don't finish me off. I'll finish you off. Now make me some chicken. She didn't want to go out to dinner. She was rude. I was trying to be nice to her, and she started it. I finished it. Anyway, yeah, I literally never used it. You know what I should have done now that I'm thinking about it with the, that Han Solo thing? I should have made a giant Jello mold. Just made a big giant Jello Han Solo in carbonite. I will not be doing my DJ stream this Saturday because this Saturday is Nasty Pirates Night. Steel Rat. And, a couple other people will be over and we'll be watching some movies. I've decided I can't say what the movies are because they're always a surprise. Although I'm sure Steel Rat has a pretty good idea based on. I always give him hints what the movies are going to be. Oh, he got me. Johnny Cage, why? All I wanted was some Kung Pao. Do you know where the Kung Pao is? I just want some Kung Pow! Kung Pao! Kung Pao! Kung Pao! More pow! There's a pow on your chin. Oh no! Oh, let me down! Let me down! Peekaboo! Kung Pao! Pow! 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 Oh, yeah. Can you imagine a shot that you had to eat with a fork? Jello shot where you're just like, okay, if I get close, man, I got this This move right here. Oh no. Fat boy Jim didn't make it. Oh no.
Johnny Cage wins. Fatality.
Well, that wasn't good. That was the opposite of good. What do we got here? Can't be that. I can't. Scorpion. All right, let's be Thonia. Let's let Thonia win. I mean, if the worst way you go, I mean, of all things considered, if it says, you know, here lies Steel Rat, choked to death in the world's largest Jello shot, there's worse ways to go. What was that attack, Sonya? I wonder if when I'm switching characters, if I'm starting over at the very... No, I'm not starting... Well... Ooh, come on, Johnny. No, because I'm still at Johnny Cage, so I'm continuing. It's just like I felt like I was doing better than before, but... Oh, I gotta... There we go. What about that block? Come on, Sonya. It's all about that base. No trouble. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Steel Rat. I guess that's just kind of an evade button. It works. Sometimes. Oh, that's how I get my weapons out. I don't know if they're helping. Oh, well. Kind of help. That helped. That helped. These are my meat tenderizers. Literally. Oh. Oh. I don't seem to dodge when I have my weapons out. And that does still block, though. Just poked her right in the face. Don't. One more. Come here. Oh, no, 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 no. Golly. Yeah, well, that's the, will I be selling my books at Book Fest? You know, I only have like 2 copies of Commodore left, and, I've really dragged my feet, and, I can't even explain why. I've got everything I need to do the audiobook, and I've just never got around to it because I'm a crap person. But I would like to, eventually what I want to do is get the books, both books available on, the physical ones available on Amazon, and get out of the physical shipping. Oh, whoa, whoa. All right. I was trying to be nice, but now I bring you sticks of doom. Oh. Well, thanks, man. You know, I don't, you know, I think, well, I'll tell you while I'm playing this, and after this, maybe we'll do a few more rounds, and then we'll move on to a different GameCube game here. I feel like, well, Commodore is, by definition, dated. I mean, it came out in 2006. And so I released Commodore here, and I wanted to do a big release. And so right before I released it, I was getting ready to release. So what Commodore Cure is, which is really only available, it's only available electronically. There's no physical copy of Commodore Cure. What Commodore Cure is me going through chapter by chapter and updating each chapter. So, if there's a chapter where I talked about, copy fests, then it has updated versions of that. And if there's a chapter that talked about, whatever, every single chapter is updated, especially the chapters towards the end about, the internet and stuff like that. But every chapter has updated information because it's just old, I wrote Commodore Gear 15 years after I wrote Commodore, right? And so I was going to put them both up, do the ebooks, do the audiobooks, do all that stuff. And then I got contacted by that big it's not Humble Bundle, but it's the big book one, And they said, "Hey, do you want to include your book?" And I was like, "Hey, not only do I want to include my book, but I've got this new book, and we can put it in there." And I said, "Okay." So my idea was that would be the launch or the soft launch, and then by the way, I'm the guy on the right. I'm the guy that my health is on the left, but I'm the fighter on the right. So that was the that was the launch, right? And so then before I was going to do a big launch. Oh, that's me, the guy who's dead. He's not working out too good. Let's get a weapon. What weapon does this guy have? He has no weapon? Oh, he's got that. And I'm going to need a little space. It's so big and slow. Yeah. As long as you get the first shot in, not bad. Oh. That body slam is brutal. Oh, that's fast. I like that one. Okay, so we'll do that slow one and then the fast. And then he'll just pummel me. Oh, boy. What's he doing? Okay, so I believe I read, if I hold down these two buttons and this and down,